Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another crypto video. My name's Crypto, aka Kevin. It's not the crypto market. It's just my nickname here on YouTube. Thanks for joining the community. I just want to say first, today we're going to talk about the oil market and definitely a strong candidate when it comes to adding another stock or futures contract into our portfolio for the next bull market. We all know we're in a bearish crash right now, if you will. Now, how severe that crash is going to be, we will all see with time being. We will keep ourselves updated during this time, and seems like whatever is happening now, it's just getting worse and worse with the coronavirus. This is something that I talked about in my video a couple months ago on my other channel, where I wouldn't say predicted that the market would crash, but something would happen during 2020. That was my thoughts, and look what's happening right now. Whatever anybody tells you, nobody knows where the market's going to go. Nobody knows if it's going to be a bullish or a bearish market. So the only thing we can do is speculate with an educated guess. And that's what we're doing here today. We're thinking before the action happens. We're making sure we make plans before the action happens. Because once the action happens, it's too late to think. You can't start making plans right when you're in this stressful situation. You need to plan ahead like we're doing now. What are we going to do once the bearish market is over and everybody starts buying again? What and where are we going to buy? And another option here, I made another video called the 5 best tech stocks to buy, now during the coronavirus times. But I wouldn't say that you should start buying now. I'd probably wait a bit before you start purchasing these stocks or futures. And when I mean futures, I mean a futures contract. You can either buy it as a futures contract, or you can buy it as a CFD, like the one we're checking out here today, which means that you don't actually have to buy a contract of a barrel of oil for whatever price it is at right now, but you actually you're pretty much buying a piece of that. It's hard to explain right here, right now, during this short video, but you can buy a CFD contract where you don't actually have to buy the whole set of oil. Anywho, before we start, I'm not reliable for any of the trades that you do based on this video. Like I said, this is just educational purposes. I want to make you start thinking about the investments you do before you take these decisions. And so here, crude oil. What is crude oil? Well, check it out. I'm not going to explain what crude oil. You should be knowing what crude oil is right now. Actually, we could go into Google and go crude oil. What does it mean? Oh, we don't have to go into that. Anyways, guys, the reason why I think crude oil is going to be a great investment opportunity is because we're seeing lows that it's been visiting previously. We're talking back in 2016, 2008 crash right here. I mean, we were valued up at 141. We even hit levels of 146, 147 up there. It crashed during the 2008 market down to 33 bucks a barrel, and then it hit back up to its highs at 113, right? After that, we've just been seeing price consolidate in this range right here, right? And wow, that color, I do not like that color. Oh, goodness me. So we've been seeing this consolidate for a couple of years, if you will, from 2011 to the next crash, 2014, right? And now we haven't really seen price go up that much after the bullish trend 2016 until 2018. We've actually been seeing quite a big hit on oil. I remember when $50 a barrel was a big topic, right? But now we're starting to see price go lower than its previous low, right? And we could see price move down towards this area down there, which is approximately 19 dollars a barrel, or even $10 a barrel, depending on how big this crisis is that we're seeing right now. Anyways, is it a good opportunity to buy right now oil? Yeah, I would say so. I would say it's a smart decision to start placing your bets, or not bets, but your man. That, how do I get away this information? That's actually really bothering me. Get away. Anyways, all right, we'll just do it like this. So, yeah, we're seeing it break lows here. I mean, we could see it engulf, go back up. See if we can get it on a. What is happening? Whole thing just freaking froze, dude. All right, we'll go back here. Crude oil. I'm going back to the monthly chart. Anyways, oil is one of those things that we always know people need. People are always buying it, especially with the experts coming out saying that crude oil is not disappearing, but within due time we're going to start seeing less amounts of crude oil. And we all know what happens when there's less supply and high demand, right? I mean, this is economics 101. You see a huge run in prices, right? And if it's true that the oil is starting to disappear, I mean, we're looking for alternative ways to create oil. You can actually turn plastic pollution into oil right now, but this is a technology that is still being worked on, and we're still kind of relying on crude oil since it is a clean option, you can say. How clean it is, that's a good question. But anyways, this is what we're using, crude and Brent oil, right? And we can also check out Brent oil, the chart there, in just a second. But I just want you to look at this, these previous levels, right? Oh man, I'm just drawing like crazy bad right now. But you see these levels, right? These are levels that you could start to jump in and position yourself for the next bullish trend. I mean, because the reason I say that you need to be educated before you make your decisions. Now, why am I saying that? Because we're probably going to see a pullback or a retracement to the upside to then see it retest the lows down here again. We could even see it go lower. But the reason why we want to start buying in is because we don't know when this crisis is going to be over. And just like you see here, in just a couple of days, we've seen price go from 42 to 28. We don't want to miss a big price movement of 10 to 20 bucks just because we're too slow at reacting, right? So, yeah, I would recommend you to, no, sorry, I can't make recommendations. You do what you need to do. But I think for me, I would start placing purchase orders around these places, because $28 a barrel, that's real cheap oil. That's really cheap, and we know the demand is high, right? Demand is super high. So with that said, let's check Brent oil. So we can check the futures for Brent. Are we up on the day? Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. I mean, they're pretty much correlated, I would say, Brent and crude. So we could pretty much round out the video here. You see the reason. I mean, if you can see this, man, I don't even know what to say to get you to understand that we're in a bearish market right now. Once you start, like we said in the previous video, when we're going to start buying into stocks for the next bullish trend, which is going to come. Now, is it going to come now next week? Is it going to come in a month, 6 months, a year? Nobody knows. And if anybody tells you, they're lying, right? So what we want to do is we want to slowly, once prices come in lower and lower, think like the big investors and start buying into these pushes down towards these lows that we've previously seen have given great support, right, from the buyer side. So think about this. Think where would you enter if you were a bull in this situation? Would you enter now? Would you wait for it to go down to 15, 17? We're even talking levels of 10. $10 a barrel. That's crazy, guys. That's going to be cheap. It's going to be very cheap, and a lot of people are going to buy then. I saw some experts talking about it. It's very possible for it to go down all the way to $10 a barrel. I mean, if we're there, I would just put all my money into that. I would probably go against my rule of diversifying my stock portfolio and just buying everything in oil. No, I'm just playing. But here's another stock that you could add to your portfolio where you know that it's stable. It's been pretty volatile through years due to crashes and stuff. But I mean, if you look at it on the whole, sorry, I'm sounding a bit tired. I just got home from work. Oops. Something like that. This is breaking out. It could be a fake breakout and it could come back into the range, but it's difficult to say. But I just think that this range is going to be broken out of soon towards the upside, and then we're going to start seeing old levels of resistance being hit again. Right? And so once you start seeing oil come from down here up to these levels, or even down, let's say $10 a barrel. I mean, you can do the math. $10 a barrel. You sell it off at 90, $114. You get it. This is no hype, guys. This is just how people make money. They're invested for years in markets that actually one thing that I've been thinking about is that a lot of people think that these big hedge funds are just buying and buying and buying every day. No. These guys are managing their positions that they've gotten into years ago. After market crashes. And the great thing about the economy is that we're always, different countries are always kind of going through your own kind of stock crisis, if you will, market crisis. And so even if America is not going through one, maybe Sweden is, or maybe India is, so there's always a market where you can profit. And so what hedge fund managers do is to look for valued stocks that are undervalued in the market that they're currently in. So it's not that they're just going out buying and selling every day. They're looking for value. And here you can see in oil, you can see that it's value right now, right? It's so cheap. $30. Nobody thought it was going to come down here. We're already down here, and it's not stopping. Look how strong this candlestick is. I mean, just look at it. It's crazy, man. It's insane. So yeah, that was that video of why I think you should be buying oil right now. But remember, it's all up to you. And if you made it this far in the video, I want to say thank you for sticking around. And what do you think about this economy we're in right now, and the coronavirus, and the potential of recession, possibly, maybe? Let me know in the comment section below. Let's this channel is all about talking about our thoughts and what we think about the current situation in the market. So let's talk, let's have a conversation. I want to hear what you say. Don't forget to subscribe for the next video. Hit that bell notification so you actually get a notification when I come out with the next video. And yeah, go check out my podcast, Bev's World. It's on Spotify, Google Podcast, anywhere, iTunes, you name it. Guys, thanks for sticking around. Take care. Bye.